Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next episode of Final Stallions!
Well, howdy ho.
Well, hidey ho indeed, because you're on the next episode of Vinyl Stallions.
Woo!
And today we are going to continue our Ohio-based artists album review series with the self-titled album from Waterville, Ohio-based indie folk band Oliver Hazard. For those who don't know, Waterville, Ohio is a small little town outside of Toledo. It's about 10 minutes away from where I'm posted up in Holland. And yeah, I've had the pleasure of seeing this band a few times. They're pretty awesome live. They've also got some pretty cool studio stuff, and that's what we are diving into today. Their self-titled album released last year.
And it is absolutely fuego. Fuego indeed, because, this band, it's funny. They've just been kind of lingering around my life for the last 6 years now, I think. So a good buddy of mine named Mike Andelbrandt, who I worked at the Cleveland Indians / Guard Indians with, and he loved this band. And this was back in 2018. And he just kept talking about, very early. And I believe they had done some sort of at least tour or met up with the boys from camp at the time. At least some sort of relation there where through their music I was introduced to them. And then they kept reappearing in my life from a former Stallion that we've had on, Mr. Austin Stirpka, or Dr. Stirp, who actually does the album work on this specific album and a handful of their other singles, and has just definitely worked with them a bunch. So that is how I've known them, and heard their music here and there, but haven't taken the deep dive into an album until now. And man, everyone should go do it immediately.
And let's see how Dr. Stirpka did on the album art, because I happen to have this album on vinyl.
Of course you have it on vinyl, and of course it's fuego. Look at that, actually. That's sick. Here, move it over a little bit.
I just kind of love that deer whose head's just like popping out.
Yeah, and the UFO down below. Yeah, man, that's incredible work. Yeah, what else does it look like? What does the back look like?
So back's pretty cool. You got like a little bit closer up of the TV, but now it's got the track listing on it.
Very nice. Man, the whole package of vinyl. Nothing like it.
Yep.
This one from 6 to midnight, man. Sheesh.
And then the actual disc itself, you got this nice black covering, and then you got a nice clean disc with the track lists on each side. Can't go wrong.
Absolutely not. Yeah, so Klep, like you said, Waterville is not too far away from you, and but like, when did you hear about Oliver Hazard?
Good question. How did I hear about them?
Because you just came back from seeing them this past weekend with Trampled by Turtles.
Yeah, that was wild. They played a hell of a set. Trampled by Turtles played a hell of a set, and then they brought Oliver Hazard out for the song Wild Animals, which is like an awesome song. There's giant harmonies in the chorus, so it like Turtles picked the right song to bring Oliver Hazard out to. But yeah, now that you mention it, I actually don't know how I originally heard of Oliver Hazard. The more I think about it,
it's all right.
The less close I get to the answer.
It just seeped its way into your brain, and now you can't get out of it. And like you said, that's cool. You've seen them live, and crazy to just hear that they're playing with the Trampled by Turtles as well. Like, that's unbelievable. And it's, again, fun. I'm sure we all have those bands out there where you hear about them so early on, and then when they get to a point, you're just like, wow, like you feel a part of it, even though, again, never met these fine gentlemen.
Yeah.
But it is a great choice. I appreciate you, Klep, for picking it for our highlight of Artists in Ohio. Again, this is our third installment here today. And we're going to break these things down track by track for all of you, and we are going to do it without Klep, apparently, who just bailed. He left me here alone. But it's all right. We'll keep you occupied like it's 1985 until he comes. Oh, and he's back right out of the Voom, back on the Zoom. It is Mr. Filter Klep.
Yeah, no, I accidentally unplugged my camera. Like it. Well, I mean, I didn't unplug it, but it's sensitive. I tapped it, and my computer just wigged out.
I have good news for you, Klep. We don't even need it. All you're going to need are your two little ears to make sure you're getting those sound waves going through it and listening to Oliver Hazard, self-titled album released in 2023.
Indeed. And so this album starts out with, in my opinion, like one of their stronger songs, Ballerina.
Around my head. No, I didn't have a clue.
Yeah, and this was a song I was definitely familiar with when listening to this again and all in one thing. But one thing that stood out, and I remember listening to it the first time that stood out, was the way they pronounced ballerina. They say ballerina, and it just flows perfectly in the song, and I didn't realize it. Or no, well, I immediately realized it. But, again, it's great to be able to have the ability to play with words, and I thought that was just very cool to use that in that way. It's not the way I would have used it, and they're doing it right. But, yeah, the multiple voices, the shaker use is elite. It's simple yet captivating, and they do a really good job with I don't know, the use of like empty space and filling in with even claps.
Yeah, no, that was like one of my main takeaways on this song too, was just how the auxiliary percussion just adds a lot. I'm also a really big fan of Nate's keys playing in this song.
Now, this is a very strong way to start an album and to like set the tone for what is to come.
Yep, absolutely.
And then you just get into the banger. Number 2, 2x4. This one really does it for me. I love the use of wording throughout this whole album, honestly. Like that strike a pose, strike a match, and then like something about like cigarette ashes on the floor. Like, I don't know. It's unbelievable word relation. And again, the pronunciation, like I said in the last one.
Yeah, no, I dig that as well. One thing I think that is pretty cool about this song, it sounds like it's got a stand-up bass rather than an electric bass. So, I mean, just the use of that instrument in general is, like, pretty cool in my opinion. And then, yeah, back to, like, what you were saying on, like, the first song with the shakers. It's at, like, an even different level on this song. And it's, like, those shakers are like everything. It's like interesting how that works with a band that like doesn't have like a dedicated percussionist. Like when you watch them live, like Mike has this little pedal that he steps on that will like hit, it's like a suitcase basically, but that makes the like bass sound, if you will. And then Devin has a similar device that does the same thing with like a tambourine. So like they still have some percussion elements live, but obviously in a studio you can take that to a whole different level. But it's just interesting because you don't ever, with a band that doesn't have a dedicated percussionist, you have no idea like what that will look like in a studio setting if you are adding percussion to songs. And it just, these first two songs in particular, I think that really just gives them some extra flavor.
Absolutely. Was there like banjo on this as well, or like in this song?
Probably.
I thought there was some, or like at least it was some sort of picking that just banged, and then do the line, "Do-si-do, we're cutting the lawn." Like, yeah, you just got to give people one thing to remember. You throw in a line like that, I promise you I'll remember it.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I've seen pictures or videos online of like Nate, the keys player, messing around with both a banjo and a mandolin. So yeah, in a studio environment where you don't have to like do a bunch of stuff all at the same time, yeah, I bet there totally is a banjo, I would imagine.
Give me a string, any string, I'll make it sing.
Oh yeah.
From there, we will work our way down south to the Panhandle, and then back up north to Saratoga.
Ooh.
I am not you, which you are mine.
And again, the pit stop in the Panhandle is Sarasota. I'm looking, and it's definitely their most popular song, at least from this album.
Yeah, no, they played this song at the Trampled by Turtles show, and it resonated well with the crowd, in my opinion, because at first, like, I don't know, it's always tough being an opening band, especially for an act like as large as Trampled by Turtles, because like your crowd is mostly there to see the opener. And I mean, this, not only was it like another band's show, but it was out in Huber Heights, Ohio, like just north of Dayton. It's not like super far, but it's also not home territory. But when they played this song, I feel like that was when the crowd just like really got engaged and was like, all right, now you guys have my attention.
Yeah, what's the line in that song? It's like, shoobity bop bop, oh hot damn.
Yeah, that's like how it goes.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I got to go back and listen to it real quick because I forget how the phrasing is on that. But again, you write lyrics like that, it's going to stick in my head.
Yeah, I'm also realizing too, so yeah, we were talking about like Nate, their current keyboard player, but I guess on this album, former keyboard player Griffin McCullough did the keys work on this.
Very nice. Yeah, and so again, only a 9-song album, sitting at about 35 and a half minutes. Sorry, 10 songs. I can't cut out the one that we'll touch on very soon. But nonetheless, let's move on down to number 4. Use Me Up. 3 minutes, 55 seconds.
If the car keeps running, won't stop coming, Sophia.
I mean, definitely a very strong 4th song in my mind.
Yeah.
And it's fun. It's fun when we look at these, again, walking through them like a vinyl through an album, like knowing they're purposely placed. Like, that's a great great place to put that song.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got sort of like of Monsters and Men vibes from it, and then yeah, like Devin's guitar work at the end of the song is just like awesome.
Yeah, that's something I had in there too. Was the guitar was just following the voice in the chorus, like,
Yeah.
just like echoing it in a way.
Yep.
And,
totally.
yeah, very well done. Do you know how many of these songs you got at your show?
Ooh.
Like, is there an official set list out and about?
Let me double check. I mean, I know for sure Saratoga. I know they played another song called Wild Eyed Blue, which is not on this album.
Yeah, because this is their second full-length album, correct?
Yes.
Yep, there. Yeah, the first one was 34 North River at 24 minutes.
Here we go. Yeah, I do have the full set list. So off of this album, okay, yeah, they did play 2x4 as well. Let me make sure I'm not forgetting any others.
Yeah, man, they definitely know what they're doing. They just have it down to a science at this point.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm excited to see where they keep going.
Yeah, there's another song that comes on later that they played as well. So yeah, 3 songs off this album.
Very nice. And quick little vinyl check. Are we entering the end of the side?
I believe so.
I mean, I would assume it's cut down the middle, 5 and 5, but
Yep. Fly Right ends the A side.
play it, Casino.
Never knew love until I was your man. The kettle's on the boil and your feet must hurt. Bring 'em over, baby, let me feel your words.
And so this is a question for you, Klep. Are those, like, the percussion at the beginning of that, like in the verse at the beginning, is that snaps or is it a stick hitting like the side of a drum?
Good question. Let me listen in.
Yeah, go look. Or maybe it's a different kind of percussion.
Okay, I hear it now. Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to that.
To me, it sounds like a drumstick hitting either the rim or side of a drum.
Yeah, that's what I like. At first I was like snaps, and I'm like, it's a little bit more prominent.
Yeah, it's some sort of wood hitting metal would be my guess.
Yep. All right, problem solved. Confirm it, Ali. Confirm it.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. All right, so we're going to walk on over, stretch out a little bit, take that disc, flip it right around, wipe it off. Make sure you wipe it off, not just the disc, but also the needle. There have been dust particles known to try to stop music from being played, and we just can't have that here on Vinyl Stallions.
No, we cannot.
Vinyl Stallions, the unofficial sponsor. Shout out to Winkin' Lizard. Winkin' Lizard, the place where you can loaf. And you can check out Vinyl Stallions merch now on vinylstallions.com. And you can buy it for your loved ones as you prepare for the holiday season. And this has been your Flip factual update.
Oh, yeah.
We'll send it back to Klep.
All right. So we start on the B side, and we start with a song named after something that everyone would like to see at some point in their life, at least most people, and I'm talking about Northern Lights.
Right since the day you lied. No, I wouldn't change a thing. No, I wouldn't change a thing, knowing me.
And no, we're not talking about a farmhouse.
No, we're not.
Did you see the Northern Lights when they were over Lake Erie earlier this year?
I did actually. Yeah. Yeah, they were in Northwest Ohio too, and yeah, Gabrielle and I drove out into the country and actually got some mind-blowing pictures.
Yeah, it was really cool to I mean, it was a little bit cloudy over here, so the pictures just blew it up and it was sick. But yeah,
Oh yeah,
that got washed up a little bit with the eclipse happening a couple weeks before in Cleveland. People didn't even know what was happening. I was playing euchre, throwing cards, and then one day, my buddy Foley goes, "My dad just got this picture up by Lake Erie right now," and I'm like, "What the fuck?" All right, that's the only.
we gotta get it too.
Yeah, that's the only way I'll get up for a euchre game. But anyway, Northern Lights, the harmonies, man. Like that's another thing this band is so good at. It's feels like they're recording with just a full on just choir sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, all three of them sing. That's like what's really cool about the band.
Yeah. No, this is a very strong start to that B-side, and I love it.
Yeah, and this is one of the few songs where I don't know if they're necessarily using the full drum set, but it sounds like there's somebody tapping on a hi-hat.
Absolutely something. Yeah, that's why I even for the last one, I was like, we're just some sort of percussion instrument. You never know what you have in studios, just a tap on.
Yeah, that's just what's so fascinating. You never know when a band doesn't have a dedicated percussionist that just gives them freedom to do whatever they want with that section.
This is a sidebar, but of just like the recording experience when you were like, people just don't know what they're using. I was watching a documentary with Butch Vig, rest in peace, died this year actually.
Okay.
Who helped record Nirvana's Nevermind album.
Yep.
And he talked about in an interview one time how in Drain You, during that crazy part before the last chorus and breakdown, that they used that a rubber duck. They squeezed it and it made that noise, and then they reversed it. They put it in reverse, and that is what you hear, where it's like.
Yeah, I know exactly what sound you're talking about.
Yeah, no, yeah, just a little sidebar, Stallion knowledge for you, gentle swine out there. But yes, let's continue down the path to number 7. Oh mama, won't you write me? 3 minutes, 1 second.
Yeah, so this was the third song they played live.
If you're like me, too much of a man, never close your eyes and hold your stance.
Dude, that guitar at the beginning. Ooh.
But in the middle of a day.
Yeah, that's got to be Mike. Yeah, it's just super dreamy, just carries you to a distant place.
Yeah, and then just picks up kind of towards the end. I mean, not much, but just adds in the harmonies again. Yeah. Oh, my mom won't do the ride to me.
Yeah, no, I agree. The acoustic playing is what really stood out to me.
Yeah, seeing, yeah. That's great that you just saw them live. Again, we were supposed to record this maybe a couple times in the past, and the stars have aligned now that you have a reference now.
Yeah, and so, okay, another little sidebar about seeing them live. So Mike uses an acoustic guitar, not on every song, but on some songs that has 4 strings, that is designed to be a 6-string guitar. but it only has 4 strings.
Interesting.
Yeah, he told a little story about it and was basically like, yeah, like when we were just like writing songs when we were starting up, like this is just what was available. So we just made do with what we had, and then like, yeah, this crappy guitar still gets the job done, so I still use it. It was like the cliff notes of what he said.
That's crazy, man. Yeah. You don't really know a good acoustic until you truly just hold one. Like, it's I need a new acoustic.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's like one. Like, as somebody who doesn't play guitar, I can't tell the difference between a $2,000 guitar or a $200 guitar. Like, they all sound kind of similar. But a really, really expensive, nice acoustic guitar versus a cheap one, you can tell immediately.
Oh yeah, it's just the tone and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just let my cousin borrow my acoustic for a little bit when I was out of town, and the inside tuner worked when I gave it to him, and now it doesn't.
Someone's got some splaining to do.
I'm gonna go over there and spank you, Joshua. Anyway, number 8, Let You Down. No, it's not. It's
Let Down.
had to throw that Dave in there. I'm sorry.
What you said would let down. Now tie your hands, but your feet don't do the same dance. And
this song is specifically, the lead singer's voice sounds so much like Mountjoy's, like the way they sing the song. Have they played together, I wonder?
No, this is not one of the ones they played. But
no, I meant like Mountjoy and Ale Hazard. I feel like they would be a very, very well synced up show.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I wonder if they have played together. Yeah, I don't know. Let Down.
Determined.
Yeah. Let Down's definitely like one of the songs I like more than others on this album, and I think it's no surprise because there's for sure a drum set towards the end of this song.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, great song. And we will just keep on letting it roll into number 9, Natalie. 3 minutes, 11 seconds.
bite down on my sleeve. This could be the day I cut my...
Yeah, that's a banger. That line, January and the bees are dead, like, fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, this one is like a really good one. Super epic ending. And also to answer that question from earlier, yes, they have Mountjoy and Oliver Hazard have played together. I found an article from 2018. Mountjoy with Oliver Hazard at Woodward Theater.
Yeah, Mountjoy was just getting going around then too.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where's the Woodward Theater.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Looks like it is in Cincinnati.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I think the Mountjoy boys are from Philly area.
And girl.
I did not realize Mountjoy had a girl in the band.
What, dude? Yeah, she rips on the fucking keys.
Yeah, I guess I've never like visually like watched Mountain Joy. I've just listened to them. Yeah, so I didn't even realize that. But yeah. So it looks like they played a show together in 2018 in Cincinnati.
Very nice. Yeah, I've seen pictures of it. Love it. But yes, Natalie is. I saw they have a lyric video for that on their website. Very well put together.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But yeah, we've worked our way all the way down, though, to number 10, Summertime Whiskey.
I suppose that after everything, after all I've been through, you should know.
Yeah, good tune. I really love the keys during the verses. That's like one thing that stood out to me. And like a lot of the chorus in this song just kind of sounds like it was just like teleported from the 70s.
Yeah, dude, like it was actually funny because again, I listened to this album a month or so ago, and then I re-listened to it today on a walk, and coming up to this song, I like forgot where it went, but I was like, oh, I would like definitely have, like I don't know, I like to think about like where songs go, and I was like, oh, I'd love to like add like a piano, just like constant beat over this and just bop, and then little do I know, as I get to minute number 1, they're just literally doing that. So I was geeking out because I'm like, damn, I just like predicted what was going down. But yeah, the bass leading up to that part though is just like sinking in. It's like minute or like the 40-second mark is just like boom, and then just picks right up.
Yeah, Devin's guitar playing on this too, also awesome.
Yeah, this is a definitely different vibe and definitely right up my alley. I am a big fan of Summertime Whiskey. But yeah, big fan of this album too, Club. Again, thanks for choosing this one. Good to learn a little bit more about a artist I've heard so much about and have dove into a little bit, but didn't take that full dive.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
Great band, 3-piece, Waterville, Ohio, Northwest Ohio, North Ohio.
Homies.
Yeah,
shout out.
They did a really cool show at the end of last year where they played with the Toledo Symphony Orchestra.
That is very cool. And also for people who don't know, I mean, you're so familiar with it, but a lot of don't know. Talk about like Oliver Hazard Day that they do in Waterville.
Yeah. That was like my first time seeing them, was like Oliver Hazard Day 2022. And yeah, like it's essentially a like music festival. Yeah, it's in downtown Waterville. They basically just block off the main commercial corridor. It's so hard to find parking because this tiny town is not really built to park the number of people that attend. But yeah.
A shit ton of people there, like from the photos, because it just happened this last weekend.
Oh yeah, the space where they hold it cannot really support the number of people that attend, but
it makes it look way crazy.
Yeah, and I get it because they're kind of like trying to pay homage to Waterville, so they want to have it in like downtown Waterville. It totally makes sense. But what also makes it really cool is they get other artists who, you know, they vibe with to like play, and they're really good. Like that was what kind of blew me away when I saw Oliver Hazard Day in 2022. I'm like, wow, like there's like 3 bands to go till Oliver Hazard, and I'm just like already getting my mind blown.
Yeah. Now it's a very cool thing, and definitely something that is aspiring for people putting on events as well. So shout out to them for doing that, bringing that to their hometown.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, I mean, definitely good economic event for the area. I bet there's got to be people that, travel in from out of town for it.
Yeah, big time. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of accessibility around that area for people coming in from all different cities. So, yeah, very well done. And, yeah, excited to see where you guys keep going. I mean, again, this was released in 2023, so you got to assume some more music's on the way over the next year.
Indeed. Yeah, especially because, we know that since this album was recorded, the keys player has changed.
Bring on the new sound, baby.
Exactly.
But, yep. So, shout out to this. Shout out to the OHIO, again, representing from there off the shores of Lake Erie. It's Vinyl Stallions. Great to be back. Shout out to Oliver Hazard.
Indeed.
Well, besides that, I'm Spruce.
I'm Klep.
And we're not done yet. Klep, what are your top 3?
Oh, wow. How could we forget? Good catch. All right. So, I think I have a pretty... I think I have a pretty confident list. So, Let Down, Use Me Up. Actually, Saratoga. Those are the 3.
Nice. I don't know if we're gonna have crossover here, Klep. I have 2x4.
That's a fair choice.
Summertime Whiskey.
Okay.
And I guess I don't know if I want to cross up or not, but
you can do it.
I might have to. Yeah, just Saratoga. I mean, it's damn good.
Yeah, I was debating between that one and Natalie.
Yeah, Natalie's good as well. Yeah, Ballerina, I kind of feel bad leaving off, but
true.
Whatever. Top 3, there you go. What are yours? Put them in the comments. Let us know.
Down
Oliver
below.
Hazard, if you watch this video, let us know your top 3 off of your own album.
Yep.
Pick your favorite child.
You named the album after yourself, so you better be able to tell us your top 3.
We know who made it. All right, so let's rewind. My name is Spruce.
I'm Klep.
And this has yet again been another great episode of Vinyl Stallions. Shout out.
Ow.